There are so many different game modes within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team that now it is actually possible to constantly farm coins and generate as much profit as possible just by playing. But let's just say that you don't want to constantly grind every single game mode. Is there another way? And to answer that question, yes there is. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to master trading, which is a great way in order for you to build as many coins as possible, then I highly recommend that you sign up to Next Level Foot Trading. We've been talking about this non-stop here on this channel because it is a service which many players can benefit from. It's run by Futpepi, who is a top 100 player. And to be honest, saying top 100 doesn't do it justice. We're talking about the #1 trader from previous Ultimate Teams, and now he's sharing his trading tips in real time. Speaking for myself, I have signed up to the group chat, I am following those trading methods, and I've been able to make a lot of coins. And you could do the exact same thing for just $1. You can sign up using a link in the description down below, which will give you a 2-week trial for just $1, and you'll be able to have access to all the trading methods. This is a for sure way that you can generate literally hundreds of thousands, potentially even millions of coins with you having a fairly low investment. But getting back into today's video, constantly generating coins within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team, and to be honest, it starts from the very beginning, building and buying a team. For most players, what they tend to do is draft out a rough idea of the players that they want to play with. They may start out by putting together a concept team for all the players that they don't currently have, and they start planning exactly how they're going to get them. But once they do finally build up enough coins, they make this vital mistake. They go out and just buy them for the lowest buy now which is currently available. The way in which you can start constantly generating coins is by taking the time to bid on players, at the very least snipe players, so that you can get them below their lowest buy now, potentially even make profit on them even though you are going to use them within your team. A problem that I see a lot of players making time and time again is that they'll buy into a player, use them for just a couple games, realize that they don't like them, and then list them onto the transfer market where they sell them for less than what they bought them for, so they're already making a loss. Plus on top of that, there's the additional 5% EA tax, which takes even more coins away. Now you have less coins to buy into a player to fill that position. And if you keep on doing this, eventually you're going to end with nothing. That's why you should take the time to look to buy players which are less than their market value. And it's not difficult to do this. You just need to be patient to actually buy the team. But once done, this is when you can start playing games. Division rivals, foot champions, squad battles, friendlies, whatever you want. No matter the game mode that you go through, you're gonna get around the same amount of coins at the end of every game, this being anywhere between 500 to 900 coins, depending on scoreline, difficulty, and also your multiplier, which actually comes down to how many games you've played within FIFA as a whole. But the problem with this is that you're always going to be making roughly the same amount, and it is an incredibly slow way in order for you to progress. Now each game mode does have its own reward system. Division rivals pays out every single Thursday, whether you have 3 wins or 8 wins. Foot champions, you have the Foot Champions playoffs and the weekend league, and depending on your rank will decide what rewards you get, and they're paid out instantly. With squad battles, similar to division rivals, it pays out on a weekly basis, but this time it's based on how many points you have. The more points you have, the higher the rank, the better the rewards. And with friendlies don't actually pay anything themselves, but it's likely if you are taking the time to look through objectives that you will be able to get something from there. But this could be a grind going through every single one of them. So how do we make this easier whilst still making a lot of coins? This is by trading in between each game. And we don't need to do anything fancy here. There's a few things that I go through which are pretty much the bare minimum. Before I go into a game, I would spend a bit of time opening bronze packs. This is the bronze pack method. I'll open 10 to 20 depending how I'm feeling on the day. This will give me time as a break in between each game, and on top of that, I'll be able to profit from the players that I could sell on. Remember, with the bronze pack method, not every player will sell, but for those that do, it's worth listening onto the transfer market to start getting back some of those coins that you just used to spend on the pack itself. With the players that don't sell, you're storing them to your club and you're upgrading them. With this one, it's a slow burner. You are not going to be a millionaire just after a couple games. You are gradually building out your club. Whenever there is an SBC which requires you to have bronze players, silver players, gold players, whatever it is, you will be ready. This is one of the easiest ways in which you can build up your coin balance whilst also building up your club. Another way is using the bulk bidding method. With this one, you're looking at one specific type of player. You're finding what their lowest buy now is, and then you're taking a couple hundred coins away. You're setting that as your maximum bid amount, and you're going across each one. What's cool about this is that you can play a game which takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Once you finish, you can then spend the time to bid on as many of these players as possible, either using all of the coins that you have or maxing out your watch list, which is 50 players. You will then play another game which takes 15 to 20 minutes, and by the time that you finished, hopefully the players that you bidded on have expired, and hopefully you've selected a good player where you've won anywhere between 30 to 40. You can then list them onto the transfer market, bid on another 50 players, and then play another match. That way, every single game that you play, you get 500 to 900 coins. Plus, on top of that, every single 15 to 20 minutes, you can bid on another 50 players, list 30 to 40 players, and hopefully also sell players which were listed before. And the other method that I like using is actually from Futpepi himself. This is the quintilla method. This is where you'll look at common gold players and add a position modifier to change them out of their default position. For example, Dele Alli by default is a cam, but you can change him down to a center mid using a position modifier. And when you compare the prices, for him in a cam position, he's about 500 coins. But in a center mid position, he could go up to 2,000 coins. By spending 500 coins buying a Dele Alli and about 600 coins to get a position modifier ready to go and list at 2,000 coins, you can make a pretty decent amount of profit. With this one, just make sure that you do not flood the market. You do not want to buy too many at the exact same time. If you just list one or two and wait for them to sell before listing any more, you're going to be able to make a decent amount of coins. Just do this for multiple players at the exact same time, with them all being listed. This is the most efficient way in which you can progress through Ultimate Team, trading whilst playing games, but it doesn't stop there. Another thing that I do is investing. Now, this isn't something that you need to do in between games, but it is something that you can do on a weekly basis. The method that I like going through is Team of the Week investing. Every single Wednesday when a new Team of the Week is released, that is when they're at their highest price. But you wait another week just before they're expired, that is typically when they're at their lowest. And I like looking at cheap Team of the Weeks which are in good leagues, have a fairly decent rating, which are valued anywhere between 10 to 20k. I'll buy one of each, store them to my club, and just sit on them. I don't do anything with them, I just wait. It may take a couple weeks, potentially even a couple months, but they gradually increase. And what helps this is the content that EA releases. If there's an SBC which requires a Team of the Week player, those players are going to increase. And not just that, because so many people are submitting them within the challenge itself, they're gone forever. So the market itself, there becomes less and less of that specific player. Yet again, making their price increase even more. So far, I've sold hundreds of these. I've been buying them every single week since the beginning of FIFA 23. And so far, I haven't made a single loss. And then it comes all the way back round to the beginning of this video. There comes a point with the team that you're currently using is no longer good enough. You want something better. That is when you'll sell that team, and hopefully, and this does depend on how long you've been holding on for certain players, but if we're just talking about being a week or two, chances are you're going to be able to make profit on the players that you bought into. Remember, the team that you built right at the beginning, you bought into them below market value, whether that be on a bid or a buy now because you've been trying to snipe them. So in short periods of time where you have a quick turnover with players as well as teams, you are likely to make profit on them as long as you did take the time to buy them below market value. And that means you're able to constantly make coins no matter what you're doing in Ultimate Team. You built a team where you've already been able to buy them for less than what they're currently worth. You're then going through matches and completing the game modes that you want to play. In between those matches, you're trading, using the various different trading methods that we've gone through. You don't need to use all of them, but at least one of them would put you in a better position than if you didn't use any of them. On a weekly basis, you're then investing, and gradually over time, those players are increasing. And when the time does finally come when you want to sell off players or sell off the full team, you can do so. And as long as it is a quick turnover, you're able to profit from them. If you're spending a few months just using one team, it's less likely that you're going to be able to profit from every single player, because gradually as time goes on, most players do go down in price, with the exception of some of the cheaper team of the weeks as we've already discussed. But most people are looking for the rare golds, Ronaldos, Messis, Mbappes, and you can see as time goes on, they do go down. But anyway guys, this is how you can constantly make coins within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. And there's nothing complicated about this. But if you are looking for more advanced trading methods that you can use in between each game, then I highly recommend signing up to Next Level Foot Trading. A link to that can be found in the description down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.